As we find our standing position, let's kind of rock forward and back, kind of feeling our weight shift around in our feet. And then move side to side. Let our toes remain light. We'll wiggle around. And let our toes relax. Let's inhale, sweep our hands up. Exhale, bring our hands together in front of our heart. Inhale, sweeping our hands down and back up. Exhale, bring our hands together in front of our heart. So just connecting movement with our arms and our breath. Allowing our breath to remain long. It'll be smooth. And our breath be deep, taking in as big of a breath as we can. Let our exhales come with the intention of really pressing our breath out. Feeling our belly hug in. And one more time. And releasing our arms to our side. Let's walk our feet out a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Take our hands to the front of our thighs, sink our hips back and down. As we hold on to this position, I want you to find a really big, deep breath. And then on our exhale, open your mouth, blow out forcefully as you hinge forward a little bit deeper. Then inhale, rise back up, straightening our arms, taking in a nice, big, deep breath. And then exhale, open our mouth and breathe out hard. Inhale, nice, big, deep breath. Exhale, fold and let it all out. And just continue doing this on your own. And one more time. Hold with our hands on our legs, letting our breath move through our belly, our low back. Keeping our breath in and out through our nose. Let our arms lock out so that we can hold on to our upper body, our shoulders, our head, our neck. And we can allow our hips to sink back and find a little more length through our spine. So if our arms were holding up the top part of our body and our hips were pulling the lower part of our body down. Then engage our arms. Come up to standing. We're going to walk our feet out a little bit wider and then turn our toes out a little bit. So they kind of point out to the sides, and it doesn't have to be a big turnout, just a little one is fine. And then inhale, reach our hands up. Exhale, hinge from our hips, sweep our hands down, and then inhale, rise back up. Exhale, arms out to the side, reach our hips back, and then come back up. Exhale as we fold. Inhale as we rise up. One more time. And hands come to heart center. Step our foot in so that our feet are underneath us. And take a moment to pause, finding one single spot to focus on. Allowing ourselves to be grounded. Allowing ourselves to be present in this one moment right here. And then the next moment. And the next moment. Allowing ourselves to continually stay here. Lift our chest up a little bit. Feel our shoulders pull back and down. Then let our arms hang. Step our feet out a little bit wider. And then twist side to side. Finding ease in our movement. Nothing complicated, nothing hard. Feeling rotation, upper to mid back. Keeping our belly hugged in, our hips soft, our knees soft, so that they're strong and support us. Come back to center, step our foot in, and then we're going to inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Let our hands come to our upper arms. Allow our head to hang, our neck and shoulders to relax. Finding length through our spine. Releasing our hands down to the floor. Walk both feet back and put our knees on the mat. Crawl back to the center of our mat. Spreading our fingers wide, we find our joints stacked. And on our next exhale, let's round our back. Inhale, open our heart. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale, open. Allowing our breath to remain long. Allowing our exhales to really press out every bit of that breath. Allowing our abs to assist. Keep our breath in and out through our nose. The next time we find cat pose, hold. Sink our hips back halfway. Bend our elbows, lower them down halfway. Squeeze our elbows towards each other, feeling the front of our chest engage as we open the back of our shoulders and our low back. Let our breath move through the sides of our body. The back of our body. And sink our hips back towards our heels. Let our elbows come down to the floor. Let our forehead rest and soften. And rise back up, hugging our belly in first. Come back up to all fours. From all fours, let's take our left hand, sweep it behind our right wrist, and then we're going to lower our left shoulder down to the floor. Let our head relax down. If our head doesn't quite make it to the floor today, you can use a towel or a block underneath your head. Towels usually work a little bit better. And just take a moment to get heavy into our shoulder. Let our right shoulder relax down as well as our left. Lifting our head up, keep our shoulder on the floor, press our hips forward, roll over the top of our shoulder, and then put our head back down. Lengthening from our left ear all the way down to our shoulder. Slide our right hand underneath our shoulder. Lift our head up. Pull our hips back. Press our right hand into the floor and come back up to all fours. From this all fours position, let's take our right hand, slide it behind our left wrist, lower our right shoulder straight down to the floor. Letting both shoulders soften down. Let our tailbone rise up. Letting our body weight sink heavy into our shoulder, but at the same time allowing our hips to reach back a little bit. And lifting our head, press our hips forward so that we roll over the top of our right shoulder. And then put our head back down. And lifting our head, bring our hips back over the top of our knees. Take our left hand underneath our shoulder, press and rise up. Let's find a couple cat-cows. Our own breath, inhaling as we open the front of our body. Exhale as we open the back. Come back to a neutral spine. Let's crawl forward, flip over onto our backs. Draw our knees into our chest and give them a hug. Lowering our feet down to the mat. Let's reach our arms up to the ceiling. Let our shoulders soften down to the floor and get really heavy. Walk our feet in as close to our hips as comfortable for us. And then press our feet into the mat and lift our hips. Taking a little more weight to the top of our shoulders. Allowing the shoulders to get heavy and relaxed. Keeping our hands reaching up to the ceiling, let's lower our hips. And then bring our elbows down. Hands come to our side. I want you to roll your shoulders back and down. So feel your shoulder blades kind of squeeze towards each other a little bit and then pull down or back. And then I want you to soften into this open position in the front of our chest. Then draw your right arm close to your body. Turn your palm down, and it should feel like a little bit of a tug of war between your right shoulder and your right hand. And it's because naturally your shoulder, when it opens, wants to turn the palm up. But it is completely capable of keeping the shoulder back and hand down, though it's going to be a little bit of work on the back of your shoulder. Then I want you to lift your hips up a tiny bit, bend your elbow, and slide your hand towards your tailbone. So it's not a very big bend, it's a very small bend of your elbow. Keep that shoulder down, and then if it feels okay for you, lower your hips down onto your hand and keep that shoulder rolled back and down. Now scoop your elbow into the side of your ribs. Keep rolling your shoulder back and down. As you scoop it in, try not to push your ribs over. You're keeping them hugged in. Chest stays open. And then lift our hips, release our right hand, turn our palm up, and lower our hips down. Now we're going to do the same thing other side, but I want you to keep your right hand palm facing up. Draw your left hand in towards your side, hug your elbow in, keep that shoulder blade hugged in, feel your left shoulder roll back and down. Then lift your hips, slide your hand in tiny, tiny bit, and then lower your hips down onto your hand. Holding. If any part of this is uncomfortable, back off. Your hand does not have to be under your hip. It could be poked into the side of your hip. It could be resting at the side of your body. It could be palm facing up, just like your right side. Then press your elbow in without pushing your ribs over to the side. Feel that left shoulder blade pull down our back a little bit more. And relax, lift our hips. Turn your left palm up to the ceiling as you slide it out from underneath us. And then bend our elbows, point our fingertips up to the ceiling. Palms facing our face. Then draw our elbows out to the side, or elbows into the side, thumbs out to the side, like you're trying to draw your thumbs down towards the floor. Then lifting our hands back up. And draw our thumbs down towards the floor and out to the side. And bring it back up. And out to the side. And back up. One more time. And up. Releasing our hands down, palm faces up. Our shoulders relax. And draw our knees into our chest. Give them a hug. Lift our head by tucking our chin. Lift our head up off the mat and draw our forehead towards our knees. And lower down. Releasing our feet down to the floor. Palms face up. Take a moment to pause and breathe. If you have your therapy balls nearby, feel free to grab them. We're going to place them underneath our shoulders. And then we're going to extend our legs one at a time. Let our feet roll out. Close our eyes. We're going to move into Shavasana, final relaxation. Drawing our awareness back to our body. Let our breath begin to deepen. And slowly rock our head side to side. Bringing our head back to center. Let's interlace our fingers behind our head. Let our elbows come out wide as our shoulders pull down our back, shoulder blades. Then lift our elbows up off the mat, giving our head a gentle hug from the sides of our forearms. And I want you to stay relaxed through your head and your neck. Using the strength of our arms, lift our head up off the floor, letting our head rest heavy in our hands. And tip our head forward. Using our hands, we're drawing our chin towards our throat. So we're not just lifting it up, but tucking it as well. Let your hands slide up the back of your head. And slowly lower our head back down to the mat. Letting our arms relax out, sliding our head from underneath our head. Letting our arms relax back out to our side. Bend our knees. Let's slowly roll over to our right side. Hugging our belly in to help support our head, press ourselves up. And find our way back to a comfortable seat. Rising up tall through our spine, let our shoulders gently move back. See if you can create some space across our collarbones. As we hold here for a moment, feeling this openness through our upper body, feeling our head gently lift up. Let's place our hands together in front of our heart, sealing in everything that we found in this practice, everything that served us and everything that did not. Place it all as a gift in our hearts as we use these opportunities to find out what our body needs in each and every moment, how to be present, how to release tension through breath. Take all of that with us as we come off of our mat and let us use it in our day-to-day life. Namaste.